Welcome to MDIB TV. MDIB stands for My Degree is Black. I am Jamian. I'm a Prairie View alumnus. And who else we got? We got my co-host here.
Hey, what's going on? I am John, another co-founder of the other co-founder of My Degree is Black. And we happy to be with y'all today. Another Thursday, 7 o'clock. Jamie cutting up already. Here, gassing him up.
Hey, I got a new background. I'm in the car.
Oh man! All right. So as we get ready to proceed, make sure y'all hit that share button, hit them watch parties. Let's have a good time. Let's have a good time.
So if you didn't quite hear what he was saying, he was chopped and screwed a little bit. We are literally just trying to change the narrative of the HBCU experience. There's some misconceptions that have gone out. When I was in school a long time ago, DaKira, I know you're a little bit younger than me, a lot bit younger than me, but misconception, but I know they're still coming along even right now when you came into school about HBCUs being a second-class institution, and we know better than that. So in order for us to share that story, we interview alumni like yourself that are proud, that are just amazing at what they do. They operate in excellence. So that's why we are here today. Before we introduce you, I want to get some interaction. So we from PV, me and John, and who's on the line? Where y'all from? If anybody that's watching right now, can y'all go in the comments, let us know what HBCU you went to. So just let me know what's going on. Let us know if y'all can chime in real quick. We're just trying to get a quick roll call before we introduce our special.
Like
they haven't come up yet. We haven't got any yet.
YouTube comments. I'm just trying to understand.
So they come in on both sides on ours.
Okay. I'm just here. I'm just asking questions.
No,
for future reference.
Okay. So nobody wants to tell us where they're from right now. I see y'all. Oh, there we go. PV. It says the lit English teacher on YouTube.
That's my sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were roommates half the time we was at PV.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Oh, I see
Come
the
on,
comment.
roommate.
There we go.
Come on, roommate. Appreciate you being on the line, showing your PV colors.
Come on, because I mean, apparently that's the only school that
Oh, we got PV. Oh, that's my friend Tracy right there.
Hey, Tracy girl.
Oh, well, can one of my friends comment where y'all from so I can feel like I'm in the group? You know what I mean?
No.
I didn't want you on here. It was Jamie.
Yes, you did. We had a 2-hour-long conversation the other day. You begged me to be on here, did you not?
It wasn't no big. It was a soft.
Let me move my fro.
It was a soft suggestion.
All right, so John, since you guys have a little bit more history than me and our wonderful guest, can you let them know who we got on the live today?
Yeah. So today we taking it back to the hill that matters, because last week we was on that other hill that people roll down. We on the hill that people graduate from and go on to do some really dope things. The place that produces productive people, and the church said, PV.
You know.
Thank you. We've been practicing that, so I'm glad we got it.
Man.
Oh, this is really fun. No, so today's guest is a trailblazer in the tech field and the beauty industry. Definitely a beauty mogul in the making and tech consultant for Accenture. She's also, man, I thought it was going so good. She's a tech consultant for Accenture. Oh, okay. Tech consultant for Accenture. She's also my soror, like a little sister to me. I love her. DaKira Taylor, fellow PV alumnus. Don't start. This is being recorded, man. This is a live show. Don't get to acting up. DaKira Taylor, welcome to My Degree is Black TV Alumni Talks.
I'm so excited to be here. I was gonna wear my Degree is Black shirt, but I decided to wear one of my shirts. So sorry.
We can't see it. So.
Oh.
See, I knew you might pull something like that, so I decided to wear My Degree is Black shirt.
I was gonna wear my shirt, and I was like,
and I wore it in red. I had to buy a new shirt because I don't even have a red shirt, but I did it for you.
I appreciate it.
I wore young bearded and black.
He always go against the grain. It's all good, but he keep the branding in the background. Y'all learn, you entrepreneurs out there, y'all learn about the brand placement.
PV placement.
Yeah,
is black. You know,
branding.
We're gonna hop into our first segment, which is raised and made. So, real quick, tell us where you was raised and what HBCU made you.
So I was raised in Dallas, Texas, the city of Oakcliff.
Okay.
From the hood, lived in my granny house. Still, they live in the same house. Still, 40 years later. Moved to the Houston area to go to PVAMU, where I was made. I majored in computer science in the engineering department and graduated in 2017. Only spent 4 years there, but greatest experience. Yes, so
4 years there. She made sure she let us know.
I had to get out because I don't know who else was gonna pay for it. I had to. The Pell Grant only went 4 years. I had to get out.
Come on. That girl smart. How that meme go? Come on,
man. Okay.
Just saying, but yeah. So originally from Dallas, Oakcliff, and to Houston. So even though I'm no longer in Texas, but that's a whole nother story.
See, I told you we cousins because my grandmother's sister stay off of Illinois Street in Oakcliff. I'm just telling you.
Yeah. It was off of Westmoreland. I live right in front of Kimball.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, right down the street. Illinois is on the next street. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hey, this is a real life family show. Just let y'all know.
I just want to do the interview while my Wi-Fi still working.
Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, go on.
So tell us, let's start here. Tell us how you were introduced
to an HBCU is what he's gonna say.
Okay. I was like introduced
to the concept of HBCUs.
Okay, so I was in high school. I went to a high school called Townview Magnet. It was like on the edge of downtown Dallas. And I actually joined the band. Like, we didn't have any sports, so I joined the band like my junior year. And Townview was actually like a mini PV when it comes to like the whole band aspect. Like, PV came to our homecoming every year, and I was like, cool, I want to be in the band because I want to be in the PV's band. I was like, I want to be a dancer and like all this other stuff. Like, I danced my junior year, and then I ended up being on the drum line my senior year, but I actually had no idea what an HBCU versus PWI was. I was just like, I gotta go to college. So I was just applying to colleges, and PV just so happened to be one of them. I think that's actually the only HBCU I actually applied to at the time, not knowing what the difference was. So I actually got introduced because of my high school band. And majority of people that were in the band either wanted to go to PV, but couldn't, or they actually did go either my year or the year after. So that's how I actually got introduced to the whole HBCU world. And I didn't actually really learn until I got there. And I was like, oh, this is like a thing for real. Like, oh, we Black. Cool. So literally, I didn't like, no one in my family went to like university, especially not HBCU. So there wasn't no family line. I don't have a large family at all. So there wasn't anyone to be like, oh yeah, HBCU, like nothing, like at all. It was just like, we're gonna go to school and that's it. So
and the band brought you on home.
Yeah, I'm glad I did not join PV's band because I would still be there to this day in school trying to get that degree. So band got me there, but engineering kept me there. So
okay, I like that. That.
All right, got you through.
Yes. Because again, Pell Grant went 4 years. That's it. That's all I could do.
Was there any other HBCU that you were thinking about, any other institution? And if so, what made you pick PV?
So I knew I wanted to be some type of, at the time I wanted to be a software engineer. So I was applying to engineering school. So I applied to like MIT, and I applied to like this one engineering school in Utah. I was just trying to get away from the house at the time though. But like they only had like 3 majors or something. I applied to like SMU because I was going to like an upper bound program there at the time. I applied to like 8 or 9 schools. I can't even fully remember what. I think like, you know, you used to get like the college stuff in the mail. I think I was just applying to people that was sending me stuff. So I honestly don't even remember. Like the only one I was like, I actually wanted to go to was PV, and that's only because I had saw them like my whole 4 years of high school. So, but it wasn't because it was HBCU. It was literally because of the band, which is crazy. So yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. So day one, you pull up to the hill. What was
like
that?
First day of class, or like the first time I was actually on the hill?
Let's
like
go
orientation.
Let's go with both. First time on the hill. What happened?
So the first time going, it was orientation. You know, you got to do the freshman orientation in the summer, in the hot, humid summer. I remember.
It is now.
So I remember it was me, my grandparents, my mom. We stayed at this motel. I don't know, like y'all remember that the Sonic before you get to PV? So like the left, it was a motel right next to it. Jesus, we stayed there. We never stayed there again. Stayed there, and then we went to orientation, whatever day it was on. I guess it was Saturday or something. And I just remember it being so hot. I had on this this tank top. I still have it to today. And I didn't know they was gonna make us take our ID pictures that day. So everybody all sweating, been in the sun for 5 hours, like, all right, take your ID picture. And I'm like, I think my hair looked like this, but it was smaller. I looked a fool. I just remember being hot. I don't remember like who spoke or who was there. I just remember being just so hot. And I was like, oh, this is a big campus, because we was walking everywhere. And I don't really remember the time between there and first day of school, but I remember moving in because I went to like a summer program. I went to the engineering summer program. It's called CU Squared. And I remember moving in, and I chose in the UC, you know, you chose the A side or the B side. I chose the B side that was by the window, and because I did my paperwork on time, like because I wasn't playing about financial aid, I wasn't playing about them rooms. They sent that paper in May.
4 years.
And I was on my P's and my Q's, I's dotted, T's crossed, everything. So I remember moving in. My roommate was moving in right after me. She just so happened to be from Arlington, which, you know, is Dallas area, too. So that was cool. We were friends for a long time. We had the same major. I don't really remember the first day of class, but I had 8 a.m.s because I was an engineer. And it was trash. Like, I was like, it was just a lot. Like, the summer program was a lot because we had to take like 6 credit hours. Like a 5 credit hour trigonometry, algebra trick, whatever class, and all this. Now I just remember just being hot. Everything was just hot. Like it's just hot. But my first day of actual class was really good because I had friends that I already had from the program. So like I think like when people go to like those summer programs like Panther Pride and at the time it was just Panther Pride and C Squared, I think, but they got like business ones now, and they probably got a whole bunch of other stuff. But I think like going to that program, at first it was like I'm cutting my summer in half, but it enabled me to like learn the campus before a whole bunch of people got there. And then I was able to have like an actual group of friends before I actually started school. So it's not like I'm being all weird on the first day of school. I already got that out 5 weeks ago or whatever. So I'm really glad I went to the program and stuff. But it was hot.
You had them 8 a.m.s. Jay, you remember 8 a.m.s with Fraser that started at 7?
See, I didn't have Fraser. I went to his class, but I didn't have him.
Yeah.
See, that's how good that was. If he was just going in like it was a movie theater or something,
Like,
you know.
Sliding in.
I would go by and speak. He didn't know who I was, but he would speak.
That's cool. I want to throw this in for everybody watching. If any question that we asked DaKira about how was her first day or anything like that, if it brings back memories for you, throw that in the comments. Let us know what your first day was like on campus at your university, your institution as well. We want to be able to put that in and have this be an interactive. I told y'all this is a family reunion. So you guys put in the comments and answer the questions as well.
Absolutely. Good stuff. So you're on campus. Tell us about like that transition from high school, Oakcliff, right, to PV,
Hot.
Black, royalty. Don't be calling it PV.
So for me, I didn't have a diverse high school experience like some people I knew did. I went to a very Black and Hispanic high school. So like, and the Caucasian people that went to the high school, they was in the tag academy. They had their own teachers. They was in their own sector. I didn't see them. So all I saw was me and Hispanic me's. Like, so when I went to PV, it wasn't a culture shock for me. I wasn't not used to seeing Black people all the time or Black teachers or nothing like that. Like, of course I had like white teachers and stuff, but I had actually a lot of African American teachers too. So luckily for me, it wasn't like weird transitioning in that regard. One thing though that was like obviously weird, you go to school in high school, you in school all day, like from whatever, like 9 to 3, whatever the time period was. In college, you like an adult. Like, ain't nobody telling you to wake up. Ain't nobody telling you to go to class. Ain't nobody telling you to go eat. Like, and I was like, oh, I gotta really actually do all this stuff by myself. Like, okay, cool. I actually gotta, like, my mama not asking me every day, did I have homework? She not like, okay, we gotta do the homework and whatever. Like, I had to do everything on my own, on top of living the college life of, okay, cool, now we about to go to this kickback, about to go to this party. I said, ooh, this a lot. I don't know how I'm gonna do all of this. And freshman year was kind of a struggle. Not in a bad way, but it was like, oh, this is like for real. Like, you paying to be here, and like, you should probably get your stuff together. Luckily, I wasn't one of those like 1.0 freshmen or nothing like that. Too smart for that, but I knew I could have did better my freshman year if I would have had more of like some type of structure of and a more better understanding of like how the transition would have really went. But since I didn't have any models to go after, I was really trying to figure it all out on my own. So
Sounds like most of our experiences.
yeah.
Just talking last week about that phone call I used to get from Dr. Fraser, cussing me out, telling me to get up and get to class. So definitely remember those days. So so who is DaKira on campus? Like, and like, how did she become known as Red?
I still to this day I say didn't nobody know me, but then people be like, bro, people knew you. But like I dyed my hair red for the first time. Of course it's not red right now because I'm trying to grow it out. But I dyed my hair for the first time when I was a junior in high school. And then actually my freshman year, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be red no more. I'm gonna have like this brown color, and it just didn't work out. So I re-dyed it red, and everybody was like, oh snap, your hair is red, and they just automatically called me Red. Like, I didn't ask people to call me that or nothing, just what it was. But people knew me as the girl that always had red hair. Cause we always got some red weave or something sometime.
And that's like a signature color for Dallas.
Yeah, people have the cherry cola rinse and stuff and all of that. But the wigs was starting to make a comeback kind of around like 2013, 2014. And I wasn't into those yet, but I was like, okay, y'all have red hair sometime, but I always have it. Or red, I don't think I even had red braids yet. I just always had like my natural red hair. So people literally just started calling me Red. Like, when I got to school, only people from Dallas actually call me DaKira for one. So it's actually really weird to hear my government name unless I'm in trouble or something. So like, people only call me Kira or Red, even still to this day, or some other abbreviation of my name. But like, it was literally just because of my hair color. But I was in engineering. People knew me as a cool girl that was in engineering. I don't know what people think, but you have to ask other people because I don't know. Like, because I feel like I've been the same person my entire life, and I just got red hair. So I'm like, I don't know. Like,
Is the whole red hair thing, does it have the same stigma as wearing red heels? Is it like, oh, red hair, red heels is like, you're really
maybe
bold.
I just at the time when I wanted to dye my hair in high school, everybody had red hair, so I was trying to keep up with the Joneses low key in high school, but then I actually realized it was my color, and I just kept it. So it was like, oh, okay, that looks really nice on you, and I'm like, it does, doesn't it? I'm gonna just keep it, and then it's been 10 years now, and I've just had red hair for like 10 years. So,
Gotcha.
but
I'm
like,
gonna come back to
color
something
hair,
you just said too. You said something
okay.
about trying to keep up with the Joneses, and then you realized that it was just you. I was just talking to my daughter like yesterday about identity, and when you know your true identity, like you have no choice but to be great.
Yeah.
But when you are in other people's so that's a little bit deeper. But I'm gonna come back to that. I just want to throw that out there.
I mean, because being somebody else's identity theft, you go to jail for that.
And it's tiring. You get tired.
Oh, for real.
I'm just saying, it's real tiring to be somebody else when you can just be yourself. But you know.
But we figured it out on campus. You know what I'm saying? You know,
right.
we
I learned a lot about. Well, I didn't realize until I was gone, but I learned a lot about myself being at the campus, like in college in general, but definitely being at a Black college. It's like it's so much stuff that you learn. You trying to unlearn, you know, it's just a whole bunch. And I just think that I'm not saying every Black person should go to a Black college, but if people are thinking about going to pursue higher education, I would very recommend going to a HBCU because it's just different. Like, you see people that look like you got people that may look like you that had different experience than you. Like, it's just so much. I don't think I would have had the same college experience at all if I would have went to a way larger PWI or something. I mean, of course they got the Black people there, but like, I didn't have to go look for the Black people. We was just there. Like, so it's like, now what kind of Black people am I trying to be right? Not trying to find the Black house. Like, no.
Oh man, good stuff. So let's fast forward to you graduate, and then what? What happens?
Graduated May 2017 with my degree in computer science that I did not want no more sophomore year, but Pell Grant 4 years. That's all we had to do. But I got a job career at Accenture. It's a very large global consulting firm. I actually interned with them 2 years prior, so half of my college experience, work experience, was with Accenture. So it's basically, I was a business technology consultant. So like, I was still using the tech side of the things I learned being at PV, but I also, with the high school I went to, I was in the school of business. So I didn't realize that like business was really like something I was supposed to be doing for real. I just went. So like, I actually combined everything that I like to do inside of my career. So my career actually chose me because it was aligned to my purposes of my life. So I didn't realize I needed the job until the job came and found me at PV. Ooh, bar. But so
ding ding ding. Wah, 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 wah.
So started working at Accenture. Actually, my work anniversary is coming up on July 12th. I'll be there for 3 years.
Congratulations.
Thanks. In 2 weeks. Really exciting. The company I joined in the Houston office. So I went there because like our alumni is so huge, like the presence is so huge. So I just felt very comfortable staying in Houston rather than going back home to Dallas. and I loved it. It was great. Like, it's very comfortable. Of course, like, you know, you have your job stuff dealing with like other people, but like I feel very comfortable being in a place with people that I either already knew, or people that look like me that went to the same school as I did, or people that I went to school with and I didn't really know then that I'm actually really close with now. So it was and still is a really great decision for me. And while I'm still here, I want to make sure I make the best out of my time being at Accenture, being a consultant, helping people, helping companies and stuff like that. So started. And am I still going with the story? What?
You know, I was about to cut you off. I just cut you off first.
I will tell you this though, this Accenture been coming after them PV folks since they was Johnson Controls. I'm just saying they've been at it for a minute.
That. And they said they took a break and then they came back like my sophomore year or something, or like they didn't come back, but they started like recruiting like heavier like my sophomore year. And I was like, what is consulting? I don't know what that is. I was told I had to get an engineering job, like, because engineering is low-key a mini cult, but like they was like, you gotta get an engineering job and da-da-da-da. So I was like, consulting isn't that, but then like it was still coming after me, and I was like, okay, so yeah, they stay at PV still to this day.
That means we doing some good things then.
Yes, so
that was actually my follow-up question. So I hit an alumni gang is strong,
but not this Wi-Fi connection.
She clowning.
I'm gonna quit. Now you can take the rest of the interview.
I don't even know what that question was gonna be, so I couldn't even
you know
what I'm saying? I couldn't even bump for your boy. You know, it was like
not bump. Oh God. What's the question?
I'm just gonna type my questions in the comment sections.
Man, look, the lit English teacher is having a ball laughing at you.
I know she is laughing.
I'm gonna type my questions in the comment section.
Oh my God.
But I do wanna go back to the conversation about your major, because right now we have a lot of students that go get degrees that that they're passionate about. However, that doesn't always mean that there's a profession to match it after you graduate.
That's good.
Okay.
Right.
So in regards to my opinion about majors and professions, especially now, like back then I didn't really have this mindset, but now it's like no matter how old we are, like we always know what we're supposed to be doing, whether somebody's telling us like, oh, I think you should be a doctor or a lawyer, or you should be a this or that, or whatever. I thought that I was supposed to be a software engineer, web designer, whatever I thought I was supposed to be. But since I was in high school, I had people that went to school for this to tell me like, that's not what you're going to be doing. And I'm like, how you going to tell me what I want to do? Because this is what I enjoy doing at the moment. But it's like when people are choosing their majors, I feel like people should really go after what they actually want to do, no matter like what the naysayers say, parents say, like, I know it's hard, but like we should do that, because I didn't have that experience in regards to like changing my major, but I know a lot of people did. And I knew that with me personally, I was like, even though I'm not going to be sitting behind a desk coding all day, I'm going to use this toward a profession somehow. Like I know that I have some type of like something attached to the sheet of paper that I'm about to get is going to help me with whatever career I have. Even if I'm not, say if consulting was not dealing with computer science at all, I could have been put on software projects or coding projects, even though that's not the company I ended up working for. So I know like a lot of people, they major in like, I don't know what these majors be, like, throw one out there.
Basket weaving.
Oh, Jesus. Like mass comm, right? Like it's such a wide major. You could do so much with it, but if you're just like, oh, I'm majoring in mass comm, you don't have no real plan, then baby girl, what's gonna happen? What you gonna do when you graduate? Like you need to, like, cause I know some people, they're news anchors now. They working at radio state. Like they had a plan since day one. Like this is what I want to do. I want to be a TV personality. And it's like, okay, I'm gonna use this what I got here to get there. Like no matter what your major is, make sure it's like a part of what you actually like to do, your passion, your purposes, and you have a plan. Like people really was like, how you get a job after you graduate? And I'm like, how did you not? Like, what was you doing?
In the camera?
You said what?
Your face got big in the camera? You was
I
serious.
was like, what were you doing? Like, maybe your major doesn't require internships or whatever, but like, if this is what you're trying to do and you're gonna be here for 4, 5, 6, 8 years, you should be doing some type of work to get to whatever career you're trying to get to. Like, it's not that hard, but people are also, like I said, families make them do certain things. Yeah. You know, peers make them do certain things. Like, oh no, I'm not gonna change my major. Like, my sister just said she changed her major 4 times, and she changed her major 3 times before I met her. And she finally tapped into, like, the Lord is telling me to be a teacher. Like, this is what I'm supposed to do. Let me change my major to the subject that I actually enjoy and touch these children's lives. Like, if she wouldn't have done that, I don't know where she would be today. Some psychologist doing what? I don't know. Like, or I think one of her majors was biology. A scientist? No, it doesn't make any sense. Like, because like her family wanted her to do that instead of you actually doing what you want to do. So like, It's okay to change your major if you feel like you're gonna be in school longer, but that's what you sacrifice that time then for your happiness and your palace later. Like, do major in something that you want to major in. If you don't know and you're just trying to get your basics in, that's okay too.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't no rush to get nowhere or nothing like that. Do what you need to do to maneuver where you need to go. So
right.
Yeah.
That's good.
I like that concept. I'm a fan of finding an industry that there are professions in, right? And I like the idea of finding your passion and then figuring out how you can turn that into a profession and follow a plan to do that. I think that's a great way to say it, because many times it's not stated that way. It's go find a job and then figure it out.
Yeah, like I honestly don't understand how people are, and no offense to them, I'm not, say no shade, but like, I don't understand how people are like waiters and waitresses or working at a movie theater with a 4-year college degree. Like, I know you could be doing something else in the transition of you trying to get to your career. Like, I know you did not go to school for 4+ years to be waiting tables. That just don't make no sense to me. Again, everybody's situation different. I get it. But like, again, what was you doing in school to try to get to where you're trying to go? Did you wait to the last minute to try to get to where you're trying to be? Like, not saying it's all on us, but it's like, it's a 2-way street. Like, we can have resources, but we also got to have the drive to do what we're trying to do too. It got to be like equal for us to get to where we're trying to be, and we're not wasting time in our transition to get to where we're trying to be. So,
John, can I cut in just really quick? To on that, I feel like for me, community was big. I don't even know if I chose my community, or like you said, I think my community kind of chose me when I was at HBCU. But if it wasn't for the people I was around who were full of excellence and Black excellence as that, I don't know if I would be where I was, or even be as like, can be diverse and go into different fields and not do certain things. I just knew how to do certain. How would you attribute your community to like your success, pretty much, and getting out of there and not having to worry about waiting tables and stuff, just going to a job, or even getting a master's? Maybe you were offered a scholarship for that.
I actually completely agree with you. Like I said, the engineering department at Prairie View was like, they wasn't strict, but it was like, this is what we do, this is the type of people we produce, and if you're gonna be here, you need to be in the same type of line. So like, freshman year, they're like, internships are important, job experience is important, taking these certain type of classes are important. Now, it wasn't like a holding your hand type thing, but it was instilled in us freshman year, going to the career fair is important, doing this is important, be with people that are in your class, in your major, blah, blah, blah. So like, the people, majority, when I first got there, were only engineering students. Like, I didn't really meet people outside of that till like my end of sophomore, junior year. So all I knew was the same people trying to do the same thing I was trying to do, trying to get internships, trying to get this experience. Like, okay, you got in the Cal 2 class. Okay, I'm trying to get in this class. Can I get this overall to do that? We all had the same type of hustle to try to do whatever we're trying to do. Now, everybody wasn't on the same wave and they were still there, but they were still surrounded by us. and they just realize like, okay, maybe this isn't for me because I don't fit in what's going on. So I'm gonna just, exit to the left, and that's cool too. Like, you realize the people you're around are either not doing enough or doing too much. You need to figure out a new group. That's also okay. Like, because I had friends that I had in school and stuff like that helped me get to where I am, but I don't have those same friends now because I needed them in school, but I don't need them in life or like in my adult life or whatever. But the people I had around, or like the people I got to know, like my last 2 years was a completely different crowd of people. Like, they weren't all just engineering people. It was a different type of community, but they helped expose me to other things that I needed to learn as well. Not even on a career path or like academia type of path. It was like the other part of college. Like, people's helped me actually experience adult stuff and all this other stuff and things like that. So all the different people that I experienced and I got to meet during school, I don't regret meeting any of them. I appreciate all of them that came into my life for a reason, but some people were leaves and other people were roots. So, everything everything happens for a reason. You meet people, for a reason. So yes, your community is very important. Community in any aspect of your life is important, but definitely when you're in school, it's definitely important. Like, I'm not saying go to the library and study all day with the bookworms all the time. No, if that's what you like. But, be around people that you want to be around. Like, they say, birds of the same feather flock together. That is not a lie. You become the people you're around, like, whether that's good or bad. So if I see something in somebody, even if it's on purpose or on accident, I'm like, I like the way they do that. I like the way they do this. I'm going to try to go ahead and, be next to them because I'm trying to see what you got to see if I can do the same thing, but in my own way, vice versa. It's like, I don't like the way you're doing this and doing that. Let me go ahead and step out, whatever. So community is definitely important. Definitely.
Good. So let's switch gears a little bit.
My neck hot. Okay, we switching.
Did you just do the what?
No, I can't really do the whoa. I mean, I kind of did a little bit. No, I can't Millie rock. That's the one I can't do.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
My daughter in here doing it while you talking about it. I should be on camera right now. Come on, show him.
Oh man. So let's switch gears. How did you go from tech consultant to beauty mogul?
I know where you're getting this mogul from.
I agree. I agree with everything he just said.
What's the definition of a mogul?
I just met you, cousin, and I went to your Instagram page, and it says mogul all over it without saying it.
You sweating?
It's hot. I ain't got my fan in here. So, what year was that? Okay, so I feel like I tell a variation of the story all the time. Now my throat kind of uneven. Okay, there we go. So I feel like I tell a variation of the story all the time. I started I have a wig / hair business called Wigs by Red with 2 D's always. And I started that the beginning of 2018, but 6 months prior, and I wish I could remember who this was. It doesn't even matter because they was obeying the Lord to tell me what they told me. But they was like, Kira, I think you should have a business making wigs. And I was like, a business? I was like, I just be making them for fun and making for the people that need some. Because I was slanging the wigs, senior year in school. People like, hey, Kira, can you do I was actually doing people's hair. Like, I was doing people's sew-ins, making wigs, and I learned how to make them in 2015. But I was just doing it just to be doing it, make a quick like $50 here or something there, even though I had like a job. I was just like doing whatever. But I realized like doing hair was like actually like my passion, because my mom, even though she never practiced doing hair, she's always had her license. She still has it to today. She renews it every single year for whatever reason. And my dad, before he passed, was like a very well-known Dallas barber. Like, dude was cutting. Like, he even had the little I don't know what you call them. I don't know if like the little Gumby cut where it's like one half was like this way, whatever. Cut his own hair, like all that. So like literally doing hair was like in my blood. Like my mom never taught me. Like nobody ever taught me. My granny does not know how to do hair. She thinks she do. She don't. So it was like always just like here. So like when I was doing people's hair in school and like when I started the business, I was like, okay, cool. This is something I like to do anyway. I called up John because I didn't know that he had a business consultant, and I had knew him for 2 years. And I said,
in what fraternity? My Wi-Fi working now.
It's working.
I was not expecting that. Me and John are a part of Epsilon Gamma Iota Fraternity Incorporated, founded on the hill of Prairie View A&M University. But anyway.
Speaking of Epsilon Gamma Iota, Julia says you still owe him a hairpiece. I don't know what that means, but I just want to throw that out there.
Y'all Epsilon people. Where my hairpiece at? Everybody be like, where my man hairpiece? Are you making fade wigs, doing this? And I'm like,
I'm just throwing it. I just wanted, since y'all was talking about Epsilon Gamma Iota, I feel like I should throw that out there.
I thought Julius was a member of Eta Gamma. That's Eta Gamma, huh? Alphas, right?
You can't be both. Never mind. Let's what you gotta say?
For a step show or something.
Oh my Lord, Jesus. Okay, all right. Anyway, so I called up John and I was like, hey, I paid for his services. Like I was serious. I was like, I'm trying to have a business. I don't know what I'm doing. I need you to help me out. So he helped me out. And then for 6 months, I did my research and stuff. And then at the top of the year, I started my wig business. And I did that for an entire year, had a lot of ups and downs with it, learned a lot that I didn't realize I needed to learn till this year. And then February 1st of 2020, I actually launched my first eyelash collection, which I was supposed to do a whole year before. I was just procrastinating because stuff just got to be perfect to me. And I was like, I learned from my pastor, it's about progression, not perfection. And, Nike always just say, just do it. So I was like, if I'm doing it now, I don't know when I'm gonna do it. So I launched my my first collection, and then I got into the whole lip gloss world. And I don't deal with shoes. I don't do like the whole shoe launching thing. I don't deal with clothes. I don't deal with other stuff. But so y'all wouldn't know what I deal with. But when it comes to lip gloss and making it at home, that's a whole industry world you wouldn't even know exist. Like, it's wild. So when I was looking up stuff on YouTube, I said, I'm late to the game. I've been procrastinating too long. I was like, dang, people been doing this for like 2 years and whatever. So started selling beauty products, hair accessories, or like hair accessory products, stuff like that. And then stuff just blew up in April. I had a YouTube channel, started off June 3rd in 2018. So literally the same time I asked John for help for my business, I started my YouTube channel, and I had nothing but hair stuff on there for 1.5 years. I was like doing my hair, doing wigs and stuff, and it was cool. It was cool. And I had about like 330 something subscribers in January of this year. And then, like I said, I got into the lip gloss world. I started making like entrepreneurial videos. That's a whole thing on YouTube. Entrepreneurial series videos, starting into lip gloss. And then the Lord started blessing me with certain knowledge and information that he wanted me to share. And I shared my first video. If I explain it to y'all, it really wouldn't matter. But I made this video and it shot everything up. Like, business pages was going up, YouTube channel was going up, people coming to my website going up. It was just like a miraculous like jump in April. And then May was like double that. And then June, I was like, this a lot. And now July, I got to sit down for a second because it all just happened so fast. So like from January of having one business, 330 some subscribers, now to July, I got like 8,200 subscribers, 3 businesses, 3 businesses. And yeah, so like I think it's all for me. It's all about purpose and my place. I've always been a believer in Christ and in God. But like during this quarantine time, my relationship with him has definitely grown because I've had time to sit in my own stuff, and he's made me be still. And I think everybody should have done that during this time. If y'all didn't, shame on you. But he gave me this time to like sit and reflect. And if it was not for this time, this break, none of this would have ever happened. Like if it wasn't for him telling me to move out of Texas almost a year ago, none of this would be a thing. So it's like I had to be in my place. I had to see my purpose. He had to take me away from certain things, certain people, for me to open my eyes to what I was really supposed to be doing. So I talked to my sister all the time. She was like, what if it was never about the wigs? And I was like, because I'm not making them. I haven't made a wig in months. Like, I got wig heads all over here, but I ain't touched no hair in months. Like, so it's like, for me, like, yeah, beauty is cool, hair is cool, all that's cool. We like that, but like that's all just like small branches of my actual overall purpose when it comes to my businesses. So
nice.
Started with a gift.
Entrepreneurship school.
So the third business I have, it's called Red University. My first period, sister. I see her comment. My first course actually launches next week. The first course that I have, it's a month-long course for entrepreneurs trying to start their business or reset. So it's all about aligning your purpose with your business, aligning your vision with God's vision already for your life and your business. Because people be out here, it's like, okay, I want to have a business, I want to be an entrepreneur, and you're not even made to do this. You have to be equipped with the skills to live this life. Everybody not able to live this life. I like people be like, oh, Red, you make it look so easy. Girl, I'm tired. Like,
for the fans out there, she said she going to sleep after this interview. I just want to let you know she's for real about being tired. She is going to sleep after this.
I recorded 2 YouTube videos before I got on here with y'all. Sat down for an hour and a half in here with y'all, about to put this hair back up and get in the bed. Like, it's tiring. So like, but people just be like, oh, I want to have a business. I want to do this and I want to do that. And it's like, it's hard work. It's not easy. So, for my course that I'm doing, it's called Jumpstart. What it is, like, the first week is gonna be like the longest week. It's just like I said, it's about like taking a step back and understanding why you even here, how you gonna bring your business into what you already do. You know, aligning your personal brand with your business brand, because everybody call me Red, but I somehow I brought my personal brand to my professional brand. Like, so it's all about understanding you and understanding your business and how all of that can be successful, because you can do something, start a business, do all this other stuff outside of God's will, and you may be successful, but his blessings may not be attached to that because you're not doing what he's actually asking you to do. So people are like, oh, I've been in business for like 2 years and this and that's not happening. It's like, maybe when you're supposed to have no business, sis.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So that's what the first course is all about. Hopefully throughout the rest of the year, there are more, like, this is gonna be like my pilot course of the whole school. Like, not even just for the course, like the whole school, because I want to know if these should be separate courses, separate classes. Right. Like, should there be additional stuff? So the few people that are a part of the class, like, I'm letting them know that this is like a healthy feedback area. This is a safe place.
Yeah, give me all the
positive and negative feedback and everything like that. I wrote an e-workbook for the class. It's currently 84 pages long. Jesus. I didn't even write. I mean, I didn't even used to like to read, but I just wrote a book. Even though it's a workbook, some of the pages got my words on it.
Yeah.
So I wrote a book, which is wild. So, and one of my spiritual gifts is actually being a prophet. And they say prophets already, equipped with books in them. So that's just the first one to come. So I'm really excited.
You got many books.
So I'm really excited for that.
No,
super excited. I wish I would have had the shirt. Like I have shirts made for everybody that's in the course, in the class, and everything. Like I even have like I call my YouTube subscribers like Res Royalty. I actually have like a Res Royalty shirt as well too. Like it's like a whole bunch of stuff that people get when they experience my businesses. You're not purchasing, you're having an experience. So
yeah, that's good.
that was right here. That's off the dome. Yep, I gotta write that down.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So as we kind of shift gears, Jada left. My Wi-Fi is acting up.
I know. Where did he go? Oh, I guess it's just the connection.
Yeah. So blaming AT&T. But let's what attributes, maybe specific experiences, do you feel like I got this at PV and it's really helped me to continue pushing?
I've always had good work ethic, I guess you could say, or not good work ethic, but I've always been a natural born hustler because my mama was. So it's like I always had that, but at PV, it's like I had no choice to work hard, because if I wasn't gonna do it and go to class and get this work done, or be in 5 organizations on 3 e-boards or whatever, who else gonna do it? So like my work ethic, like double, triple being at school because of all the stuff that I was interested in, or all the stuff that people was like make me interested in, or even just trying to find a career, going to these career fairs, going to these conferences. I was working. So when it comes to having a business, like I said before, you have to work. Like people are lazy. Let's talk about it. People are lazy. And they be like, oh, well, how do you do this? How do you do that? And, you know, I don't mind people asking me questions, but it's like, you literally could have Googled that. You literally could have found that answer on Google. Like, you didn't have to take the time out of your day to come and find my page, which I appreciate it, and ask me a simple question that I know for a fact you could have looked up yourself. Because if I found it, I know you could have. Not saying I didn't want to ask people for help, but I was so used to working and trying to work and get somewhere from school. I was trying to do that for the business. So like I had already looked up stuff before I even contacted you. And I took 6 months to find hair vendors, good people to work with, partners, certain materials and shipping stuff. Like I was working. So like I learned all of that. I'm not, like I said, I didn't learn it at PV, but it helped elevate that aspect of what I already had in me, because I was born to do this, you know? So yeah.
That's interesting. O-Rock was on our first episode, and he talked about how PV creates a place for you to determine and kind of create who you are. You develop all of these things and really start to cultivate the person that you will be when you leave the university. And that's not something that you get everywhere.
Yeah. So I would say be very open-minded to stuff that you never experienced before. Don't be stupid, but be open-minded. And go to everything. Go to the stuff that the campus activity board has. Go to, you know, a few parties here and there. Definitely go to homecoming. I don't know how we have not talked about that this whole time. Definitely go to homecoming. Like experience, like have an experience. Like don't be caught up in your room. Oh, I'm antisocial. Well, okay, well, do something. Get 3 friends. Like I'm not telling you to go get a whole bunch and join a fraternity or a sorority or whatever, but like get like your group of friends and y'all go do y'all friend stuff. If you weird and watch weird court shows all day, go create a juvenile justice club about court cases or something. I don't know, like have an experience. Like don't just come on campus just like okay. But then also too for the incoming freshmen who think they just hot, you know, they the hot stuff like, oh yeah, I was the top football player in college. You a fish again. You're at the bottom of the pyramid again. Not saying that means that you're below anyone, but that means you're restarting. You got more stuff to learn. You don't know everything. So you need to continue to open up your mind to learning. Because not only are you going to be learning, obviously, in class and in school, but you're going to be learning these people. You're going to be learning these other people's attitudes. Like I said, I was friends with a lot of people at the beginning of school. And even toward the end of school, we weren't friends anymore. And it was because I had to open my eyes to certain things that people were doing or not doing. Like, okay, I got to change, or I got to change the situation, change my environment, whatever. Like I was open to understanding that this is half of the real world. You're halfway an adult. Like PV was different. We had, you know, our on-campus housing was more of like apartment style. So, you know, we had like a little electricity, water bill that we had to pay every month, you know, all this other stuff. So I got a little taste of paying for something or having my own actual room, bathroom, whatever. Like I got a taste of that. But I had that experience. Like instead of me saying like, oh, okay, no, I just want to do this or do that. I was like, okay, well, let me try to do this. Like I met two people, the twins. I met the twins during the program. They're still, well, they're my line sisters, but good friends of me now. Meeting them, they helped me be open to trying food. Like I was like, my grandparents' house was a regular American house. We ate burgers, steak, and potato and soul food. They was like, oh, you want to try sushi? I said, what? What do you mean? Whatever. They was like, oh, try this sauce with that sauce. I'm like, y'all doing a lot. But like they introduced food to me. They introduced, you know, different type of stuff. They went to study abroad in China freshman year, and I'm like, what? Like that stuff wasn't normal to me. So like all the different type of stuff that I experienced and people I experienced, like I said, I don't regret anything. And if it wasn't for those things, those people, those events, I would not be who I am today. Like, and I'm still growing. Like all the time I'd be sitting back like, yo, I really graduated college. Like that's wild. Like 3 years ago at that, like that's crazy. And I'd be thinking about like certain situations or certain parties or certain people, and I'm like, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be here. Or I'm glad I went through that because I ain't got to go through that no more, or whatever. So incoming freshmen, just have an experience. Like I said, don't be stupid, don't be dumb, but have an experience. Enjoy your life. Like enjoy college, because even if you go to grad school, it's not the same. Grad school, you're actually doing work. Undergrad, enjoy those 4 or 5. If you have to be there 6 years, enjoy that time, because you're not going to get it back like that. Like we can have fun as adults. We have fun. You know, we go to brunch, into the club and whatever, but it's different when you at school, you know. So I definitely say have an experience. Enjoy, find the group of people that you cool with, whatever, and enjoy class, enjoy school. Try to wake up to go to class. I know I missed a few classes because I'd be asleep, or I was sleep in class, but I was there. I was on the roll. But I'm just saying.
Gotcha. No, but I appreciate that, and thank you for sharing it.
My name is DaKira Taylor, but everybody calls me Red. 2 Ds always. I enjoy helping people. I enjoy making people better, and I enjoy bringing people closer to God. And I love y'all, but God loves you more. And I don't care what you want to do, just do it. Oh, and my degree is definitely black. The whole degree, the sheet of paper, everything is all black on it. Got a little red on it, but it's definitely black and paid for. Amen. Hallelujah. Lord be.